Hello. Are we on? We are on. Welcome back to the Coffee Slut podcast. Um, we got new fucking mics. These look so good. And I'm just so happy with the improvements coming with just us starting in a short period of time. So today's episode is obviously a solo episode. Listen, if you want to accomplish everything you want in 2026, listen to this because we're going to go through some shit and go through some things that have helped me achieve everything I've wanted in my life. And that is goal setting. That is also setting up systems, being disciplined, showing up every day, allowing myself to rest and recover, changing my environment, as well as not allowing people to tell me shit who are not nowhere near where I want to be, as well as not telling everybody your secrets, not even your family. That's just kind of the breakdown of what we will be talking about today. So let's start off with some stats, okay? And this is like serious shit, so bear with me. Only 8 to 10% of people who actually set a goal in 2026 achieve it by the end of the year. Let that sink in. 8 to 10% of people who actually set a goal for themselves in 2026 accomplish it by the end of the year. That's fucking insane. That is so low. And by February, which we are already in February, people already forget about their goals. It's in the back end. We're still like, the energy is already gone by this time, especially by mid-February. And the fact that 8 to 10% of people only achieve their goals by the end of the year is insane. And this is by the New Year's resolution in general. And just looking at that stat is totally insane to me. And like when I was writing out this format, I was like, you're lying. You're kidding. Only nearly 10% of people. Insane. And studies show that 88% of people abandon their goals literally by the first week. They abandon goals within the first week of the year. So correct, I was right. First week of the year. And it's like calling out the New Year's energy. I love the energy that we get at the beginning of the year. Like, holy shit, we're going to achieve our goals. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to achieve everything that we want this year. And then nearly 88% of people quit literally after the first week. And honestly, I would say even more higher, nearly 90%, 92% quit after the first month. And I'm not special. The only thing different about me is that I'm disciplined enough to go after what I want. I feel like I have enough credentials to show you how you can achieve everything in 2026. Yes, I'm a small business owner. I'm a small creator. But literally all the people I've ever wanted to work with, I'm working with right now. All the people I've ever wanted to meet, I've met. And literally the relationships that I have with people who reach out to me to be like, bro, do you want to collab? Do you want to do this together? Can I pick your brain? Can I do this? And enough bragging, but those are my credentials. I have 2 businesses. I work for myself, nearly worked for myself for almost 2 years. I still have a lot to grow, but I just want you to know that you can achieve literally anything with these 4 steps, maybe even 5. And I only need 30 minutes of your time. We're going to fly through this. You're going to achieve all your fucking goals this year. I don't hold back. We are the Coffee Sluts, and I'm so happy you're here. And if you feel like your story should be heard, please make sure to apply in the link in our Instagram. It is on our link tree. I will also leave it down in the description below if you feel like your story adds value and people need to hear it, because you deserve to feel seen and heard, okay? Especially with everything going on right now. I talked about that already in my socials. Remember, with how heavy the world is right now, we still need to focus on yourself as well. Be vocal, raise your voice, tell everybody your opinions. You're going to be on the right side of history. But we also need to remember that we have to go on with our lives, unfortunately, and achieve the goals, making an impact, donate, voice your opinions, repost, share. Anything small goes a long way, I promise. Okay, first and foremost, you can't achieve goals without systems. That's just the most important thing. We can create a vision board, we can do all these things, we can set intentions, but what systems are we going to place to achieve our goals? Okay, think about that. Goals are destinations, but nobody talks about the progress, right? Nobody talks about the journey that it takes to get there. Nobody talks about the little things that it takes to achieve your goals, small habits every single day. Read Atomic Habits, it's back there. Because I promise you, doing the same shit every day, setting systems, it's going to be boring. The most boring shit every day will get you to your end goal. But remember, everybody shows the outcome, nobody shows the journey. And that's what I want to change. So think about it. How can you move every single day to achieve your goals? What systems do you need to put down? What do you need to accomplish every day? Whether that's small or something, something big. I always say small steps take you a longer way to achieve your goal. But showing up also is another thing. We depend on our mood so much. And trust me, I'm a woman and I depend on my mood a lot. But there's some times where I don't want to work out. There's some days where I don't want to edit content. There are some days where I don't even want to record an episode. But I remember I can't always depend on my mood. I have to do what I need to do so I can accomplish great things. And that is showing up every day in my workouts, showing up with my trainer. What do I need to do to get better for this competition? What do I need to do for my podcast to be the biggest podcast in the world or one of the biggest, top 5? What do I need to do every single day to show up for myself, for me, nobody else? We forget that. Your goals are way more important than anything else. And your self should be put before anybody else. It's not selfish. It's setting boundaries and setting those systems and showing up for you. Because at the end of the day, the only person clapping for you is yourself. Okay? You might have an amazing partner like I do who believes in you way more sometimes than you believe in yourself. But at the end of the day, there's some days where you just have to clap for yourself and be proud of what you've done. Because I promise you, nobody's going to come and pick you up from your bed and tell you to get out and be like, hey, you need to go do this. Nobody's going to do it. Nobody. Everybody's worried about themselves. Nobody's thinking about you as much as you think they are. I promise you, setting systems, managing your time, and showing up for yourself, no matter how you feel, is going to take you a long way. It's going to take you a long way, I promise. I always tell my clients rest and recovery and taking a step back is good, but you're always going to have to show up for yourself. You're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to start over. You're going to fail over and over and over and over and over again. But I promise you, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just got to believe in yourself. If your goals don't have a system, then they're just wishes. Honestly. Honestly, they just are. And by the end of the 2026 of the year, you're going to be like, well, fuck, I didn't achieve anything I wanted to this year. Because it was just a wish. You just wanted it to happen. And I have a whole other topic about manifestation. I love manifestation and affirmations. But if you don't have systems and you aren't putting the work, it's not going to happen. You can put it out in the world. You can put all good things in the world. But if you are not showing up for you and putting in the work and literally doing the things you don't want to do sometimes, it's not going to happen. Small daily actions are way better than big one-time goals, if that makes sense. So, for example, 2026 for you will be built on doing the same shit every day. It's going to be boring. It's going to be daily reps. It's going to be like, oh, fuck, I need to do this and I really don't want to. But I promise you, doing the same boring shit every single day will get you farther than just showing up one time a week doing everything all at once. You'll also get overwhelmed. You'll also be stressed. But I promise you, if you do little things, manage your time, and do a to-do list on like what you need to do, you're going to be like, holy shit, okay, I'm not as stressed by the end of the week. Or I don't need to do all these calls by the end of the weekend because I did them all throughout the week and I'm caught up in what I need to do. There's 3 layers, okay? What you do daily, what you track, and what you do on repeat. What you do daily, what you track, and what you do on repeat are the biggest things and layers you need to think about every single day. And I promise you, those little small habits, read Atomic Habits. I promise you, James Clear is one of the best. He made a whole book about it. Literally, the book is about creating small habits every single day that will get you to your big goal, because it is more manageable and sustainable than doing all the things at once on one day. The people that you look up to literally do the same shit every day. They might change it up once in a while, but they do the same thing every day to become successful. And success means differently for everybody, okay? Never shame anybody on what their success definition means. Success to you might look different to somebody else, but at the end of the day, if you conclude yourself successful in your own definition, that's all that matters. Stop romanticizing this overnight success shit, because it doesn't happen. Bad Bunny just won the album of the year last night. That man has worked for 10 fucking years to get to where he is today. When I first heard about him, I was like, who is this guy? Who's this man? 2017. And I remember clearly to this day. And I Like It Like That came out too with Cardi B. One of my college friends at the time said, he's going to be one of the biggest fucking stars. Just watch. I didn't believe him. At the time, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Who's Bad Bunny? I'm Latina. I love my Latinos. Once I heard his album, I was like, okay, it's a really sad album, but it's good. Gallita was good. Like all those songs, like I was like, you know what? He has a point. And Bad Bunny has transformed and evolved as a person just like you are. And that man won the best album of the year because he never gave up and he did the same shit every single day. He showed up when nobody believed in him. He showed up for Puerto Rico. He stayed consistent. Consistency beats intensity always. Okay. So really think about that. Nobody's an overnight success. There's a lot of people that I know. One of my friends works a 9-to-5 and she is a massive creator. She loves creating content. She shows up, wakes up at 6 a.m. to get content at my gym and do whatever she needs to do. Go to work. And then after that, she still creates content for herself and she works for herself as well. So literally, there's nothing in this world that can stop you. Overnight success is not a thing. It takes years, decades for people to get to where they are today. You just don't see it. You see the outcome. You never see the journey. Small habits every single day will get you to where you want to be. Consistency over intensity always. We are going to go into the next segment, and that is changing your environment, because who you hang around with determines your success and how you think, and they will change you, whether that's bad or good. Your environment either supports you or kills your goals silently. Your environment, your environment changes you into who you are, whether that's good or bad, and supports your goals, or they are silent dream killers. People, spaces, routines, and your environment determine where you land. People, space, and routines and your environment really determine where you land in your success. Comfort is the enemy of growth. And let me tell you why. Proximity matters, okay? Proximity matters. But when we come and think about our environment and really examine your environment and be like, do these people make me a better person? Do they challenge me? Do they ask me questions? Am I the smartest in the room or am I the dumbest in the room? Is there so much I can learn from being within this environment? And trust and believe, comfortability is the enemy of growth. So, for example, let me tell you, my main income source is my fitness coaching. And for the longest time when I was in school, I told myself at 19, what can I do to challenge myself and to be one of the best coaches in the Austin area? Female coaches, right? What do I need to do? What I did was change my environment every year and a half. If I didn't get a raise at my job that I was at after a year, I left. Okay. If there was no 10% income increase, I left. Or if I got another opportunity that was better and I knew it was better for me, I went. My last actual kind of 9 to 5 job was at a chiropractic office. I knew I could challenge myself being there, but I didn't know for how long. These people challenged me. These people we read a book together. We read Extreme Ownership together. We read a couple books together. How can I what can I take from this environment for when I leave? After a couple months, it became really toxic for me. The people weren't adding any more value into my life. I hated showing up for work. After work, I just wanted to watch TV. I didn't want to do anything for myself. I was so unhappy, and I hit that capacity level of there's nothing I can learn from here anymore. So I left. What can I do better to challenge myself and to become a better coach? What did I take from the chiropractic office where I can take to me now? My last job was just I'm not going to name it. My last job was just at a stretch facility, and I took everything I could, and I promised myself the beginning of January, just like this month just passed, that I was going to just work for myself after X amount of time. During that time, I gained my own clientele. I started meeting new people. I started challenging myself. I started going to seminars, conferences, meeting new people online, in person, because I knew that was important. And I knew that's where I could gain a lot of value. After 6 months of working at that place, I left. I gained clientele. I started growing. I started posting. I started getting a lot of clients. And that was the first time I worked for myself. And it's been almost 2 years. I was scared. I was nervous, but I knew my environment was going to create what I wanted. And I ended up doing that. I took a kettlebell course for 20 weeks. Meeting all these coaches were so amazing from different parts of the country. Going to conferences, going to seminars, challenging myself, getting uncomfortable was the biggest thing for me. And I'm telling you, your environment fucking matters. Who you hang around with matters. If there is a person in your environment, whether that's at work, your family, your tias and your tios, and you tell them, hey, I want to do this. And they immediately shit all over it, judge you, or why, or, oh, my friend did that and it didn't work out. Fucking change it and remember that forever, because you're never going to share anything with them again. Okay? But I'm telling you, outgrowing rooms is incredible. It's amazing. It's wonderful. And being uncomfortable is wonderful. Because I said again, and I'll go back, comfortability kills growth. Always. Always, always, always. My dad always told me, ponte los pilas, échale ganas, and work so fucking hard for yourself, because I promise you, working every day and doing those small habits, changing your environment, showing up for yourself, and getting uncomfortable will be the biggest thing for you to achieve your goals. No matter what it is. It doesn't have to be fitness. It doesn't have to be, meeting new friends. Literally, it can be getting a promotion, meeting new people outside of your job, What can you do more at your job to become better at that? Because at the end of the day, investing in yourself and your skills are going to be way more valuable than anything else. If your environment doesn't support you on who you're becoming, it will keep you stuck at where you are. Okay? Challenge yourself, get uncomfortable, DM people you want to work with. The worst thing they can say is no. And I promise you, you will get to where you want to be. It just takes time. There's no overnight success. It takes time. And outgrowing your environment is normal. It's common, especially if you're evolving as a person and you don't want to be just like anybody else. If you want to be like the top 1%ers or top 10%ers, like literally, you got to get uncomfortable. You have to change. Like you have to learn how to do things that are outside your realm, like outside your realm. Keep learning new things, get good at something, and then keep learning things that you're bad at. I promise you it will happen. And that's what an environment should teach you. I'm going to finish it off with this last segment. Stop telling people your goals. This took a long time for me. This took a long time for me. Jordan's coming, so you might see him. Jordan's my child. He's my dog. Stop telling people your goals. Silence is power. I promise you. I know we get excited and I know we're like, oh my God, I just want to tell somebody. And you know what? Sometimes it's really good. People are like, okay, you want to do this? How are you going to do this? What's the plan? Where is this going to go? Like literally people challenging you that's who you should be around. But there's some people who might tell you something and then they're like, or you tell them something, excuse me. You tell them your goals and they're like, literally, they do this. They do this. Well, you know, how's that going to happen? My friend did that and it didn't work out. Or, wow, really? That's cool. They just don't care. But I promise you, silence is power. Okay? Talking gives you false satisfaction, which is insane. You can do all the things, you can say all the things and you can tell people all the things, but I promise you actions speak louder than words. We've all heard that, but it's the truth. And if you don't tell anybody your goals, how would anybody know? Like, how would anybody know? I didn't tell anybody when I was going to launch the podcast or when I was doing what. I just knew I wanted to start a podcast, came up with a name, and I just fucking did it. People were surprised, like, oh shit, she's starting a podcast. That's so cool. And now I have like almost 150 of you guys that applied that want to be on this podcast because I fucking just went after it. I didn't have a plan. I just did it. Nike always says just do it. Literally just do it. I didn't have a plan, a structure. I didn't even know what equipment I needed, my branding. I was just like, it's going to be called the Coffee Slut podcast and that's it. We're going to go from there. I had different names, didn't really like it, didn't really sit with me. Then me and my friend were in the car and she's like, why don't you just call your podcast the Coffee Slut? You always say that. I'm like, holy shit. Yes, because I'm always saying I'm a coffee slut, so why not? But also, let's go into like opinions also create doubt because then you start worrying about what everybody else is thinking. And that's the biggest thing. Do not give a shit what anybody thinks. It's harder said than done. And it took me a long time. But then you start asking everybody like, oh, you think I should do it? Oh, you think I should do it this way? I think it's great to ask for advice from people who challenge you, friends who support you always, never find you as competition. And they always just are there for you. And it's so great to ask for people's advice and opinions. But at the end of the day, it comes down to you and what you want to do, especially if it's your own project, your own business, what you think would be best. But silence is power. And let the results speak itself. Show up every day from the top, from segment 1. Literally show up every single day. Segment 2, show up every single day and do daily habits, small habits to get to your big goal. Show up for yourself, move in silence, create that power within, and don't share anything with anybody. Let it sink in a little bit. If you have this amazing idea, if you have this amazing project that you want to work on, just don't tell anybody for the first couple months. Just plan it, just do it, just start it, then everybody will know. And I think it's very important to choose like one safe person, one that you can trust, that has been there for you, that has never judged you, who's always loved every version of yourself as you've grown. And I think the best person would be your partner. But also, I think the best person would be your best friend who actually believes in you and who actually finds no judgment, that doesn't view you as competition, that they're your friend. They're always going to support you because they know you're badass and they know you're that bitch. That's what my friends tell me. I tell at least my husband first, don't tell anybody for a while. And then I tell my friends and they're like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, this is going to be big. This is going to be huge. What are you going to do about it? Like, where is it going to take you? What do you want for yourself? Those are friends that you need around too. Like, your environment can be your coworkers and stuff, but you need good quality friends. You don't need a massive ton of friends. It's great to have acquaintances. It's great to know a lot of people and for people to see the value you bring. But when it comes to your friends, when you're raw and like vulnerable and not always confident in yourself, and they push you to be more because they believe in you and they know you're meant for more, that's who you should surround yourself with, especially friends. Quality friends over having quantity of friends. And build first, announce later. Okay? Build first and announce later. Whether that's a business, whether that's a project, whether that's you're competing in something, whether that's, holy shit, I'm going to do this for my parents. Like, build first, announce later. And some people will project their limits to you on your dreams because they weren't able to accomplish it themselves. People might have the same dreams as you, but I promise you, if you like tell people, they will project on you, and that will give you some limits or limits on your dreams. So don't hand them the mic. Just build, work, and project on a big screen of what you've accomplished. So we're closing this episode with 2026 is to build something new for you. Okay? For you. Don't allow anyone to make you feel small. Don't ever allow that. Don't allow anybody to make you feel small, not make you feel seen, because you are meant for so much more that you don't even know. You just don't know that you're meant for so much. And that's what I said. You really have to work on yourself and be selfish because your goals and your dreams are meant to be. They're meant to be out there. They're meant to be showcased. This year is about alignment, discipline, and protecting. Okay? Protecting your dreams, aligning with what is meant for you, and showing up every single day no matter how you feel. Okay? You deserve so much more. You don't need permission. You don't need to feel ready. You're going to fail more times than you succeed. But as long as you don't quit, I promise you it's going to happen. It's all in time. It's all within times. And the Grammys was last night, right? Like how I said in the beginning that Bad Bunny won his Grammy for Best Album. These people, yes, they have a big platform. They have a lot of eyes watching on them. They have so much that a lot of people want. But they started somewhere. They started at the bottom, just like you. And like, I was at the bottom too. Like, they start somewhere just like you. Okay. Like, I was at the bottom. I come from a Hispanic family. One of my parents was an immigrant. I was raised by immigrants. Like, I am somebody who thought I couldn't achieve half of what I've achieved. And it's because I didn't put a ceiling on my success. I am so fucking driven and determined to achieve what I want in this life because I know that I'm meant for more, and so should you. Doesn't have to be in the same industry. It doesn't have to be in the same realm. There's so much space for everybody in this world that people forget, and people make other people enemies and competitions because they don't think there's enough space in this fucking world. There is. Nothing is not like nothing's impossible. You can literally pivot, change, start over, fail. And then once you get to where you want to be, you're like, holy shit. You just need to start and stay consistent. That's really it. Like, I promise you, when there's something that somebody wants and they come to me and tell me what they want to do, you can literally achieve anything. You can do it. What systems are you going to place? What small habits are you going to do every single day? Who are you hanging around with? What's your environment? Are you going to be that 88% that doesn't achieve their goals? Or are you going to be the top 8 to 10% that will achieve their goals by the end of the year? Really, really let that sink in and think about it. Like, really, really, really let that sink in and think about it. It's just so insane because I get so excited for my friends. I get so excited for like my husband, my family, and like acquaintances that I get to talk to or people I get to talk to. I'm like, holy shit, you built this fucking business. It's so insane. And you deserve it because you put in the work. Remember that. So I want you to pick one system to commit to this week. And I want you guys to comment down below and share it with me, whether that's in the comments, on Instagram, on TikTok. What is something you're going to commit to this week that you will achieve by next Wednesday? Because my episode drops on Wednesdays. So what are you going to achieve next week? And make sure to leave it down in the comments below. Also, really think about who you follow and unfollow people who don't add any value for you. Follow people who add a shit ton of value for you. DM people who inspire you. DM people with questions, because the worst thing that could happen is them say no or they don't respond. And that's nothing personal. Never take anything personal. Just do something that's out of your comfort zone this week. And I promise you, you're going to be like, holy shit, I did something uncomfortable this week, which was insane. And that's something to be proud of. Keep your goals private and be very picky with who you choose to share it with. Remember to build in silence, show and outcast when the goal is achieved. I did want to end it with this. If you do the same shit that's boring every single day in 2026, I promise you, you will be unrecognizable. If you do the same shit every single day that's boring in 2026, I promise you, you will be unrecognizable by the end of the year. And that's all I have for you, my coffee sluts. I love you guys. And if you feel like, or if you know, your story should be heard and you add a lot of value and somebody needs to hear your story, please make sure to apply in our link tree and in our Instagram. And I will try to leave it here in the description below for you to apply, as well as I want to thank you guys so much for believing in this podcast as much as I do, and reposting, sharing, liking, subscribing. It really helps us. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I promise you, we're going to grow together. And I can't wait to talk to you. And I can't wait to meet you guys. If you're in the Austin area, I'll probably be out there. Come say hi, please. I want to meet every single one of you guys. And I can't wait to see you in the next episode.